Hi ho, this is Miss Becca, and I just had a interaction with a client. I wanted to jump on and share what I learned about this. I've got a client who is like the has like their inner child is a grasping for love. They didn't get enough attention. They had some abandonment issues, and it sticks with your inner child this whole time. Like it sticks with your inner child, and mainly I work with women, and so for this can also have to do with the father-daughter bond and the lack thereof, or what happened, right? Because when we work to feel special to daddy, if we never get that, we're constantly seeking it outside of ourselves. Not a judgment, just a developmental stage in life. So, one way that we can really start to help heal this need to reach outside of ourselves, if you find yourself like, sorry, if you find yourself like giving yourself away to men, giving yourself away, your power away, which looks like, you know, um, one day it'll be this. There's a lot of stories that go on. You make up a lot of stories, right? One day it'll look like this. One day I'll find this. One day I'll find that. I wonder if this guy is that one. I wonder if this is that, and da 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 da. And it's not like we all do this, right? But there's a difference when there's an attachment to these stories that we're telling. And a lot of the time we find ourselves in this grasping energy when we want to slow that down because it turns into this frantic, I can't breathe. I'm always constantly doing this, and I'm always on constant like fight, flight, and freeze PTSD mode, because I'm afraid of loss. I'm afraid to lose it. And I don't know what else to do about it. So here's the thing. The first thing we need to do about that is reroute that energy. So all the energy that's going outward, and I'm sure you've heard this before, maybe not, outward toward him or toward whoever or toward the future or toward fantasy land, which there's a place for that too. And again, no judgment on it. But when you have the attachment to it, we want to reroute that back to you, back to yourself, to where the power is coming from inside you and your nervous system can calm the fuck down, because it's in that same mode like when babies are crying, and it's like, are you crying because they need to be changed? They're crying because they need to be fed, or they're crying because they got hurt, and all they don't have words. It's just ah, until somebody comes in to pick them up. This is that same energy that's happening when you're grasping, right? It's that same terror feeling. So here's how, one thing you can do to shift that right now. Start to give more attention to what you feel rather than how things might look. Okay? So what that means is, if you're always doing something to be attractive to men, like I have to work out because I want to make sure that I'm attracting the right guy, or I want to make sure I have my finances in check, so when I get in a relationship I know what I'm doing, and that is your constant outcome, is when I'm with this guy to get a guy, da 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 da, right? Because there's a visual of how it looks like. There's a picture that your mind, your little inner one, is getting attached to and working for the outcome outside of herself, and it's always in the future. It's never here. So to bring you back into the present moment, it's about getting out what it looks like, getting out of that headspace and into what does it feel like. So the story now becomes, I want to work out so that I can feel beautiful. Period, full stop. And see what that feels like in your body. Like, say these two things. So say it out loud, if you're like with me doing this right now, just say, the first way, I want to work out so that I can get a guy. And then really tune into, where is that energy when you say it? Mine's out here. It's out up in front of me and over to my right. Like I can feel the energy, and it's just a very subtle feeling. Now, when I go, I want to work out so that I can feel beautiful, my whole stomach, like everything starts to fill up within me. And there's this like, yeah, that comes over me. And it's that little reroute right there is the difference between sourcing your power outside of you and waiting for it to find you, versus sourcing it inside of myself and letting it fuel who I am. So I hope that was a helpful little nugget for you. If you want more nuggets like this, or you want to chat and find out how we might work together, you can always find me at www.bridging-realms.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.